when everything is there. But when you see baseball like this, you go, man, what the heck is going on? But you have to understand, guys, we know who is batting in the fifth hole tonight. And you look at that 5 through 9, I'll give a tease about what I think about this team. A lot of this looks similar to 2024 with the feeling I'm getting right before this deadline and right before the All-Star break.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's kind of the narrative you're seeing a lot online right now. We always have to look back. What happened last year? What happened the last time the Dodgers were going through something like this? And ultimately, we know last year ended with a nice bow on top of it. So we can kind of have some hope that this team can get there again. But at the same time, living through it every single time, it really effing sucks. And Dodgers now 1-5 since losing Max Muncy to that knee injury. And at the time, and we were all praising Max and the importance to the lineup that he brought, because he was arguably their top run producer. Not even arguably, he was their top run producer at that moment. So as soon as you see Muncy go down, mercifully, thankfully, not going to be done for the year, not going to be coming back early-ish next season. He should be back this year, but they are struggling big time in the run production department. Only get one run on the board today against this kid. We got to praise Jacob Misiorowski for a second. We also got to praise Clayton Kershaw in this game. But yeah, you felt good with the leadoff homer from Show, and then all of a sudden 12 punchies. The kid is just absolutely cruising, man. Like, what did you like to see? Or as a baseball fan, what did you like seeing out of Misiorowski?
Just an absolute electric arm. Jacob Misiorowski is someone, as a baseball fan, and then, for the nerds that dive into the numbers, Jacob Misiorowski, it feels like one of those old school guys where he's got the stuff, he's going to go right after you. Not a deep pitch mix arsenal, but he's going to live in the zone. Sure, he's going to get burned. The hangers are going to happen. But guess what? He allowed a solo shot to lead off the game. And what else happened? What after that?
Nada.
He goes 12 punches the rest of the game, right? So it's just absolute domination from Jacob Misiorowski, and an incredible talent. I'm excited as a fan to watch him going forward. It sucks that he had a heck of a day against the Dodgers, but that's pitching. That's how it goes. There are talented players around Major League Baseball, and Jacob Misiorowski is just one of those talents that came up, and he's just absolute electric arm.
Yeah, he shoved. Facing a team that's struggling as bad as the Dodgers are, I'm sure he got a little bit of help. It's only his 5th career start, but in this start, lived up to the hype. But it's funny, on the opposite end of the spectrum, you got old man 22 with a very, very different particular set of skills, kind of almost matching him for pitch in his own way. Yeah, the strikeout ball was not there, but Kershaw keeping his team in this game. And I'm going to bring the comments into the show here for us. Kershaw, 6 strong. Actually, I'm going to I got the screen here for Kersh. 6 strong for Kersh there, 6 hits, 2 runs. Could have gotten away with a little bit of help there in that, was it the 3rd inning, the 4th inning, where they did plate those couple of runs. Only 3 Ks. It's not necessarily his game anymore, but Kershaw, a nice little follow up there to the 3,000 strikeout game. What'd you like from Kersh today, doing his best to play the stopper for this team?
Yeah, no, Kershaw continues to, as we've seen for years, Clint, evolve and adapt and maintain this level of production. And he's just, run prevention is at an absolute premium with him. It's something that continues to shock myself. I'm sure a lot of the people that see 22 on the mound and they say he's washed. He's not throwing 95. He's not throwing above 91 more than a handful of times a game. But there is something that he's been able to do, and he did really well today. He's looked great. This is someone who you toss on the mound and you're getting a Hall of Famer. And this is production. It sucks that they couldn't get him more run production today. But with Clayton Kershaw, he's mixing pitches well. It's just with a Brewers team, they make a lot of contact. It's not always hard contact, but they put the ball in play a lot. Kershaw getting BABIP to death. Just, you've got to go out and you've got to fight for 22. And I loved when he had that base hit there into left center field, and he got a little chirpy with James Outman about where he was going with the ball, try to cut Andrew Vaughn off from going to second, which would happen. But I like to see this fire. That's the competitiveness I love to see out of Clayton Kershaw, no matter what point of his career he's at.
Yeah, I mean, the old man still has it. He still very much wants to win a ball game, and that's what's I'm really hoping that's the thing that keeps him pitching into next year. That's another conversation for a very different show later on in the season, or later on in the off season after we're celebrating back-to-back World Series championships. But what I did love about this whole thing, and then we'll talk about this for a second. We'll take a quick break, and we come back. A lot more to digest. The chat is loving seeing Scotty G back in the mix here on YouTube. The people have missed Scott Gearman here. I had somebody was saying, "Oh shit, it's Scott." Jessica
missed everybody too, man.
We gotta get him back in the mix a little bit more. But I love the juxtaposition though of to reiterate this. A kid throwing 101, 102 versus, like you said, Kersh got to hump it up to get to 90, to get to maybe 91 with a little bit of extra cheese on it. It's funny to me that, Kershaw can still get it done when the whole league, like there are more Jacob Misiorowskis in this league now than there are Clayton Kershaw, which is not something you would have said or seen 20 years ago. It's crazy to see the way everybody just throws a billion miles an hour, but it's funny. It's not about velo. It's about being that crafty veteran. It's about finding your spots. And that's where, Alana and I talked yesterday about Kershaw getting the All-Star nod. Even 22, he's a little like, I mean, it's nice, it's cool. I didn't earn it. He didn't earn it, but there's a reason why he gets that nod, because now, even in year 18, he finds a way to be productive. And I'll say it again, arguably the second best pitcher on this team right now, putting in the grind behind the scenes.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
I've got you.
What's
Chad,
on your mind, man?
Probably, I see a ton of the regulars and guys again. It's great to have you. I'm going to be in the mix going forward, I believe, some more. So, stay tuned there for sure. I'll keep you posted. Some stuff's got to happen. We'll make it go. But with where I see this team, I hinted earlier in the show about this feeling eerily similar to 2024. We've got the Max Muncy injury. Tommy Edmonds not fully healthy right now. Teoscar's battling something. Kike's down. So there's a big mountain to climb right now. What was Clint and I spoke prior to the show, we were going in here, is that the Dodgers need some things at the deadline. Undoubtedly, they need to get healthy. They might need to get some bullpen arms. Starting pitching is something we have to continue to wait on. Yamamoto needs some breaks. Like it feels like he's running into some, fastball command issues, some secondary stuff. So he's got some things he's got to work through. All that spells to me is some reinforcements have to come. I'm thankful that Clayton Kershaw is able to supply that every time he steps up to the mound. But we need a little bit more regularity. You need a little bit more consistency in the starting lineup. And what happened last year, chat, after we needed the Dodgers to attack the needs of the deadline, finally get some regularity in the lineup, in the rotation, they went on a run, and we got to see what they could do. The Dodgers have to be thankful internally that they have this lead. And they also know that the teams around the National League West, Major League Baseball, at their peak, the Dodgers clear. That's just how it goes. There's a clear cut above the American League. I don't see the juice like the Dodgers have. It's just a matter of getting the